Welcome to episode 3 of the Working DJ podcast. I am DJ SMS. I got DJ Tism with me today. I got DJ Prenup with us today. Prenup, this is your first episode.
Yes.
Welcome to episode 3 and welcome to the Working DJ podcast.
I appreciate you having me on. I'm sorry I've been so busy.
Hey, busy doing what? Doing what? We're all on lockdown.
Sitting down.
We're all on lockdown.
He was busy quarantining.
Right, yeah.
For real.
We're on this quarantine bod, man. That's what I'm doing.
For real. So we're gonna get right into it. Today's is gonna be about Twitch versus Instagram, live streaming. As DJs, we're all in the area of live streaming right now. I'm slowly making the transition to Twitch. I've done Instagram. I know Prenup has done Twitch, but you haven't done Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tism, you have done Facebook and Instagram. Have you done Twitch yet?
All of the above.
Oh, shit. So he already knows what's coming. So let's start off with Instagram. Instagram Live sucks. Plain and simple. I think Twitch kind of figured out the medium for a DJ. Whether they try to or not, that's just what it is. But when it comes to Instagram, they need to figure out how they're going to help with live streaming and commercial music. What do you think?
You go, Tism.
Man. I got cold feet.
All right. It's all right. When it comes to it, I think Instagram is kind of like Facebook, still staying behind its times, or they're just staying in that platform of like, we're comfortable. So we're just going to be the police and just say, you know what, block. At least with Facebook, I mean, you can also just dispute it and, you have that 50-50 chance of like them releasing it and then being out there the way it should be. With IG, like they're just sorry, no, boom, on to the next.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, like that's just the wrong way to do it, especially when you have a lot of artists and you have a lot of DJs right now in this platform really like pushing it, especially because they have their fan base on there. And, that's pretty much the only way to really reach out to everybody. Because everybody's still kind of like, well, what's Twitch or what's, these other little platforms,
like gaming,
so they're all like a little like skeptical about switching over or even thinking about leaving the IG. If it's not popular like IG or Facebook, then I'm not gonna mess with it. And a lot of like people still don't even go out there and give you that opportunity, which sucks because like as us performing, like knowing that this platform is like allowing you to grow and actually showcase your whole set or, lets you do you, then, you want them to, your fan base to just hop on over and just support you that way. So, I mean, if IG can't provide that kind of platform for you, then us as artists, as performers, like, we got to stand our ground and be like, well, we're going to jump over and make it right.
I think it's pretty weird that Instagram and Facebook are owned by the same company, but yet they have different music terms when it comes to live streaming. Like, that's just weird to me. Like, I've streamed on Facebook, and I've gone for like an hour and a half without interruption before. I go to Instagram and I might get cut off after, well, let's just say it. Instagram cuts you off after an hour. So they're already.
Man, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, Instagram cuts you off after an hour. So they naturally are going to cut you off. And this week when I went live this weekend, what I noticed is they added a timer when they're going to cut you off. So when you're DJing now
they give you a countdown.
They give you like a 2-minute countdown saying like it's literally going to be like 2 minutes countdown, and that's literally at the top of the hour. So I know that now. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can just do an hour. I like doing an hour set instead of doing 2, 3, 4 hours. But it just sucks because during that hour I might get taken down once or twice, and I've lost flow. And then I have to, kind of must get everybody to come back into the room and hope and hope they come back after, they're not sick and tired of, cutting off. So I think also for Instagram, they haven't figured out a way to make money off of it. And I think that's the biggest pet peeve from it is they're trying to figure out how can they monetize it while us DJs are working and kind of put money in their pockets without making their partners mad. But that's just what it comes down to. Like, we use Instagram a lot to promote our events, to market ourselves, to push our brands. And for this situation to happen to the community that we're in, it's kind of like, why are we even using your platform at this point? I can go somewhere else. I can go somewhere else and now do this. And I was talking to Demo about it too. Shout out to DJ Demo. He was just like, he turned his profile off of a business profile. And he noticed that when he did that, he could go on IG Live longer without getting flagged. So, he was telling me that in your business profile, you're basically, you're a business profile. You're supposed to help bring in money through your advertisements for Instagram. So when you are using commercial music that you're not assigned to use, you're kind of taking money from their pocket. So therefore they have to take you down. So, I mean, that's kind of whack though. Like, I just think that's kind of, we built Instagram. Like, the people built Instagram. So we should be able to at least, get away from it. If they also changed their terms saying, now they're going to give you 90 seconds per song, that's flagged.
Yeah, that was what I heard is from people who would spend on Instagram is, you would have the verse, maybe the chorus, and you have to switch out or you're getting cut off right then and there. And that was like the trick that people found. But that your profile settings, I never knew that was an actual thing.
I didn't know that either until Demo recently told me about it because like 2 weeks ago, he was doing his regular Saturday night stream. He got kicked out of Instagram. Instagram shut him down for the rest of the night. When he switched his account from a business to a regular profile, when he went back on, he noticed he can go he went for like 2 hours the next time he did it. So he was like, I'm just going to keep my profile like this for right now until they figure it out.
Because all you can't do is promote your activity.
You just done told them.
I don't put the secret out there. Instagram is like they figured it out and they're gonna fix it tomorrow. So.
But that was kind of one of the things why I didn't really step with Instagram in the first place is because a lot of the issues that people were having from the get-go, because that was their first source. Kind of with a Headliner Music Club, even DJ City when they did their live streams, I see them now jumping from the Instagram to the Twitter approach. Yeah, they waited to kind of get down how other people are doing it as far as their production. But I feel like when Tism touched on making sure that their followers make the jump too, everyone always has that skepticism, like when people jump on to what I'm getting at.
But I think it's different for brands like HMC and DJ City. Their followers are going to be us, the DJs. So naturally, we're going to make the jump with them because we're in the process of making that jump. So of course, we're going to make the jump with them because we're going to kind of like they're so what the leaders of the industry. So if they're making that jump and it's successful for them, then we're going to also make that jump too. So I think it's different. We can't really compare ourselves to DJ City and HMC because of the simple fact that they're bigger brands than we are. Not saying that we're not big deals or big brands or anything like that, but we make up their majority. So if their majority is making that switch to Twitch, then they're going to naturally have the followers that we're not going to have because our followers and the people who follow us and listen to us isn't necessarily their majority. I mean, it is our DJ friends. Yes, our DJ friends are going to go and follow us, the 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 of them. But, we're not going to get the thousands. And you know what I mean? We're not going to get everybody's not going to make that jump with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the reason why I kind of say that was because I follow E-Rock and he was kind of tweeting about that also as far as, they didn't really know how it would turn out. And then he's really celebrating them. I think they hit like 15K.
They did 15K. I checked
which
in
he was like,
them.
wow, like surprised. Like I'm over here thinking that maybe he's thinking like maybe like the 100 or so that they would get, but that their numbers were so were so large that they were like surprised. That was the reason why I said that, is because maybe they were just so skeptical. Because I know for me, and even if I do a live stream now, I'm probably getting 10 people of the 2,000 that follow me. So even kind of going over to Twitch, the reason why I do that is because I just have more of a creative process. I actually have fun setting up my stuff, and the audio quality is
It's way better, right?
A1. And so I never really did the Instagram because I already don't have the configuration for it. You know, I don't have the pieces needed to give me at least decent quality. But even the streams that I've been hearing, you know, the quality still sounds diluted. It sounds it's not really too clear. And I think people who use like the iRigs, who have the connections to do the two-way audio in, audio out, and I'm just like, what's the point? Yeah. Where I can stream from my phone and give high quality, but also use my little tool right here and give A1 audio, and still not really run my computer through the processing rigors. Yeah. And you just find ways about that, especially that they let you use that external, or that, I don't want to call it the third-party app, the OBS. Yeah. You know, you just take 30 minutes to an hour a day to kind of really figure out how it works. And that's something that Instagram will never be able to give you, is that type of, unless you're doing like the multi-platform, but even then that's not solely Instagram or Facebook. You're going through something else that will give you that creative that creative leap.
Yeah. I think going to Twitch, for me personally, I have the account set up. I have the profile ready to go. I'm just really the thing with making the Twitch, I've been telling like my girl this, because she's like, she told me a long time ago when I first started telling her like people are starting to make the jump to Twitch, and she was like, well, you need to do it too. And I was like, I'll see how it plays out first, because you really don't know how it's going to play out. The average person is not going to just download Twitch just to go and follow me. Right. The 5, 6 people, 7, 8 that's loyal to me probably will, but in the masses they're not. So I have it. One, I got it to just make sure that no one can try to take my name, my Your DJ name.
Yep.
So that was the base of it. Like, hey, let me just get my name on it, so that way it's locked in, just so I don't have to worry about this later. So I did that. And then, you know, I started watching, you know, I watched HMC, you know, I've been watching Frangen, who's been doing it. I've also watched E-Rock, you know, and then I started watching like the Road podcast, hopped on it this weekend too. Yeah. And shout out to them. That was a hell of a party, and they've got it figured out to a whole nother level. Yeah. But it's just so like Twitch it's a production. It's not like with Instagram, I can put my phone up, plug in the sound, and go. Yeah. With Twitch, I have to make sure my camera angle is right. I need to put this overlay on. I need to have OBS to run it just in case I want to, like, you kind of have to present it really in a good way. Yep. And I think one, it's perfect for DJs because it gives us another resource to learn and another tool to put in our tool belt on top of promoter and flyer maker. Now I have to sit here.
Event director, we're executive producer, we're
now I have to sit here and make sure this camera angle is right. Yeah. I have to make sure this
director of photography.
Like my girl is
my storyboards, bro.
Like my room is tall. My room is small, and I have a big bed, and I have a corner for my DJ setup. But now that I'm adding Twitch to it, I'm like, damn, I need to figure out a way to make sure, you know, my lighting is right. The angle I'm setting up it is right. Does this make sense for me to do? Like my normal Instagram setup is just a tripod and my camera on me. With this one, it's like I need to have another screen so I can see the chat.
Exactly.
I need to be able, you know what I mean? I need to be able to make sure my overlay is lined up right. Like all that stuff matters to Twitch, you know, and a lot of DJs are not going to make the jump because they're like, fuck, this shit is late. Like, this shit's a lot of work. Like, you know what I mean?
At first. Let me tell you this right now. Before you started DJing, that shit was a lot of work at first.
You know,
you gotta push through that shit,
You got to spend 30 minutes to an hour just to get the setup right. And
at least an hour.
At least an hour.
At least an hour.
And then you still have to DJ. Yeah. Like, we still have to DJ. So it's like...
That's true.
So it's
true.
I mean, the sound quality, the benefits of Twitch, the sound quality is better. Yes, I agree. It's going to force you to step your game up as a DJ to kind of be like, you know, if you're doing Twitch live or Twitch live streaming every night, you can't sound the same every night.
Hey, nope. I learned that shit the hard way too.
You gotta schedule it right, and then you still have to promote it. You gotta be consistent, and you still have to promote it on all your other platforms to drive everybody to add you to Twitch. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a lot more work, but
the way I see it is this. Like the way I see it is this. Right now, before the quarantine situation happened, we were doing all that extra work for them promoters, the shit that we didn't like for them. And at the end of the day, we'll get screwed over sometimes, or, you know, we'll get those excuses of how many people, oh, you're only going to get this, or, you know, you had all this haggling of back and forth. So right now, this doesn't look that bad. That's the way I see it. Like, I'll put in this work because it's for me. And if I freaking tag my buddy over here, like, hey, make sure you go check out his Twitch. Guess what? I'm plugging my peeps right here to go over here. And it's that much better of a connection. So, I mean, to me, like, it's hard to put in that effort initially, like you said. But at the end of the day, the rewards is just so much better in the sense that you're growing, and it's another thing on your belt, like you said. And frankly, like the way things are with these other platforms, you know, like I much rather freaking invest my time into this other platform that's willing
to work with us,
give me the tools to be right, than to be over here writing each fucking message about, oh, damn, you know, I have the rights for this, or, you know, dispute everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, that takes mad time, like, especially, like, if you get, like, cut off every time, like, you know, that's like, say you did an hour set, you might freaking get cut off, like, 5 times, so that's 5 disputes. Granted, you got the copy and paste, but it's just, like, that much, you know, it's too much.
I was telling SMS too, is during my live streams, I like to drink, just like, you know, kind of put me in that mood, in that vibe, like I am
like Tism doing right now
at the club. You know, if I have to worry about getting cut off because I want to go to the fridge and grab a beer,
non-brand.
I don't have to worry about getting cut off on Twitch because I want to run to the fridge and grab a beer and I have 8 seconds to get back and, you know, and transition.
Yeah.
You know, Twitch, and even then, like a lot of songs you can't, or I would say you shouldn't make that quick of a transition. You let a song ride out. You know, I've been bouncing between my open format sets and my house music sets, and you know, one of the big things as a house DJ is letting the beat ride. You gotta let it ride. You know, if
you gotta let it breathe.
You gotta let it breathe. Yeah, exactly. And if you're in fear of trying to get shut down,
you gotta let the vibes hit the people. Otherwise. It doesn't have that same effect.
And I think that's the good thing with Twitch. We can sit there and sometimes we can let this whole song play out.
Shit.
I'm going to let this one ride out. Yeah, I'm going to let this whole, you know, sometimes.
I got to go get my ice cubes. I'll be back.
Sometimes, but even when you don't have to go and do those stuff, it's like sometimes it's like on Twitch, we don't have to quick mix. You know, sometimes that your favorite part of the song might be the second or third verse. And with that, you can sit here and cut it off and say, this is my favorite part of this song. And let it drop and let that shit play. And no one's going to get mad at you for that. They're going to be like, oh, shit, like, no one never let it get to this part. You know, we're so used to hearing the
all they're going to do is get mad, switch channels, and probably come back anyway.
Facts.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy how, you know, we're talking about the quick mix. You know, this past weekend doing those mixes, like, I wasn't quick mixing it, you know, like I let certain tracks play out a little longer, and you know, I let certain tracks breathe, and man, like it felt so nice to be able to do that.
You're not always on your toes.
You know, and then coming back to like to try to do a live, it was like, shoots, I got cut off because I let it ride. Like,
let it ride too long.
Man, so
you let that drink first go too long.
I was all upset. I'm like, damn, I forgot. Like I got into that other mentality. Coming back to this one, it just threw me off. But then you come back and you're like, all right, I got to fix it. But,
yeah,
I've done my lives on Twitch and I stopped, and it's a little bit of that, I guess, having that, oh man, I only have 1 or 2 people on this one, so it's not as important. But, when you start seeing all the other BS that's happening with these other platforms, you're like, damn, maybe I should really focus on this one.
Yeah.
And then, put that much effort in it. And frankly, like, as you progress and you want to freaking deliver a better product to the people, like, why not?
Exactly.
It becomes, I guess, second nature, especially in our levels. Our beginner level, medium level, professional level. Like, I can say that we're in the professional level, and so why not? Why are we going to shoot ourselves on the foot and give poor quality when we can take that extra step to give the product
the best one we can? Yeah,
exactly. So
now,
I mean,
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
The best.
If you're gonna do Twitch, here's been my approach to Twitch. If I'm gonna do it, I need to do it right. So, I'm getting a backup computer. My backup computer is about to become a computer with OBS on it, and I'm going to get the graphics I need to make sure that it's presented in the right manner. Not only just because it's the right thing to do, but also too, when you're putting your name on it and your brand as a DJ on it, you want that to represent who you are too. And so when people be like, damn, he's on Twitch well, and he throws, he plays good music, and the chat's lit, it's a vibe, we can drink, like, all that stuff is very important. So
it adds up.
It adds up in the end. It's a lot of work, but it adds up in the end.
It's a better, how they have, like, on Facebook, they have, like, those share parties.
Yeah.
I think when people share the whole Twitch side of things, like, it becomes a far better experience because, one, you're not getting cut off, and so you give in your show, and man, I've seen a lot of different little Twitch programs out there, and some cats, man, they really have thought this one out, and and some of these productions, it's not just one man person, because
obviously
we can have a good show and have 4 different cameras, but and in all essence, you need somebody else, maybe 2 to 3 other people with you to help you out. And you can start off light, but if you want to definitely push forward and get into it, like, man, you can get to that other level.
I don't know if you guys have checked out DJ Beneficial's setup on Twitch.
No, not yet. I'm actually on the website right now.
If you go to my Twitch, he's on there. I'll follow him. His setup is pretty dope. Who else setup is pretty dope? Franzen's got it figured out.
The person I look at a lot too is DJ Verse. He's out here in Vegas. He's from the Bay Area. He has this whole, like, old school classic vibe to it. He has his ass in a fucking, like, old ass TV. I don't know how he does it, but his setup is really nice, and it's cool because he has this, like, countdown, like, counter, where you can do that on OBS. You can time it to, once it's done, it cuts that little feed off, and the live feed is on you now. And he has like a whole, like, show behind his, and I like amazed by it. Meanwhile, I'm just doing BS green screen effects that I make prior, because I don't know how to stream green screen directly through OBS, if you can do that even. I make my shit, like, beforehand, like 2 days before, and then I get, like, the cameras and set up, because I try to have different views for every time, and I have like a folder when that folder is done, and it goes into the next. It's like a completely different, like, layout.
For sure. Yeah. So last thing before we get out of here, do you think once everything opens back up that DJs are going to still be live streaming?
I hope.
I think, like we mentioned before, I think it should be stayed to like that during the week. And then, you go handle business on the weekend. Yeah. Unless you ain't working and you want to put in a quick set, like, go for it. Or unless you're pre-gaming it. And then, like, guess what? I'm going to beat me over here. Like, a little pre-game mix and head over to wherever I'm at. Like, boom. Yeah. It can be used in many good ways, I think. It's just a matter if you want to freaking take the time for it.
Exactly.
Or if you're just going to let it die out. But, I mean, I think more so with technology evolving, like why not? Like we already started it, continue it.
The reason why I say I hope so too is because when things start picking back up, that's also more income to put towards your production and get it to to that next level. Me and SMS were talking before we started, but like we hope it doesn't die out. People are just getting too busy and then kind of just throwing it to the back burner. I'm not saying that. I mean, I hope it does, because that means more traction for me, because I'm gonna keep doing it.
Exactly.
Because
it's
a
double-edged sword. Like
exactly.
Good for you, it'd be good for others. And some that are gonna let it die out. Cool, get out of here. We don't
I think.
Go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead, Prenup. I'm sorry.
I just hope that we stay having that presence on Twitch, because what was Twitch known for before we started on? It was just gaming.
It was just gaming.
Right. And so now that we're actually, I know DJs were on there, but that push wasn't so hard up until now.
Yeah.
Where now you have a lot of gamers or art and entertainment. Now you have a lot of DJ and nightlife being presented on there. I mean, even nightclubs and venues are doing it as well.
Dude,
not saying that they should or shouldn't do it, but keeping that presence there is going to be important, especially on a business aspect. Now that we're shifting Twitch's paradigm, their focus was on gaming and console, but when they see the productions that a lot of these people are putting on, what is Twitch going to have to offer as far as in the future of things for live streaming?
Well, you can monetize your Twitch.
Yeah,
you can monetize it, and I believe you get a bigger pay than you could on. Or I don't even think you only get a pay on Instagram Live, so you get a bigger pay on monetizing your Twitch than you do on Instagram. In order to get monetization from your Instagram, you have to go through IGTV. So I mean, it's just I hope that we're just not doing this for the last month and a half that we're on lockdown, and then after that it's like, all right, back to regular business. We're gonna go out and do the nightclub stuff, because I think, and that's been always my concern with it too, is we're live streaming now, we start getting our gigs back, and then it's to the back burner, and then all these people who made that jump with you, they're like, why did I make this jump with you if you're not even going to sit here and hold up to your end and still live stream like you were, you know what I mean? So I already live stream once a week. When I get my Twitch up and running, it'll probably still be once a week, maybe twice.
Keep it consistent. No?
Yeah, keep it consistent. My thing is, I've been enjoying this time, just bettering myself, so I mean, trying to really add a Twitch schedule on top of a rotating busy DJ schedule and a work life isn't ideal, not yet at least. So I'm anxious to see how DJs make the transition back to regular programming.
One thing that I kind of want to see as far as how the live streaming game goes is, I know that people are still putting on like DJ competitions or battles. I want to see one on Twitch where the quality is good, because I've seen the ones on Instagram. I know I don't know if it was the DJ City one, but it was whatever the one that DJ Ease was the I
think that was the Def Jam one.
There we go. That one was.
HMC.
It wasn't bad, but I mean, again, not everyone has the access to give that good quality or decent quality on the Instagram Live. And I was like, I can't even really. It all sounded like everyone was DJing like shit to me. No matter what tricks you did, the quality of the audio was terrible.
Yeah.
But why not set it up where, and they're gonna probably steal the idea, whatever. Just set it up as, do it as not like a pre-recorded set, but it also gives kind of DJs that that added benefit. Like if you mess up, you can just re-record it, or just do it where you can live stream or dual live stream. However it is, but I think do a live stream DJ battle from the person's home, and then live stream it from there. Give them that confirmation. They record it. It goes up, and then have the fans shift or go over to it and vote for it. Just bring traction.
My thing is about that too, though, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Those kind of platforms, they have their own studio.
True.
Why not just have everybody submit the video, you pick the top 3 people, and then you stream it from your studio on professional equipment, because you guys have the professional sound, the professional lighting. Like, put the people in the forefront and have them do that competition.
Exactly.
Don't make them do it from there. I agree with you. Not everyone's going to have the same quality sound or video experience or production when they're making these videos and submitting them. But if they submit a regular home video and don't even put it out there, have the top 3 people come to your studio, sanitize everything, of course, and then have them rock it on your platform.
That's exactly what EDC did. That is exactly what EDC did.
I mean, that, people don't give that EDC side of things credit, but I think when it comes to a lot of like productions,
EDC was
they got their shit down.
They know what the fuck
they got their shit down. They have their sound down. Like everything's a good experience, and even like the pre-staging, during, and even after sending off everything, like it's a good experience overall. Like you'll come back and talk about it like we are, like,
exactly.
It was a good experience, like, and everybody's happy. And guess what? People that can't make it to that venue will now be expecting to freaking tune in like they did this year.
Exactly.
So. Well, fellas, episode 3.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you guys for stopping by. DJ Prenup in Vegas. Make sure you add him on all the social media. Everything will be down below. DJ Tism. You did have that back. Yeah. DJ Tism. Everything, all of our social media where you can find us will be at the bottom. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also add us on Mixcloud. And hell, maybe we'll start a Twitch.
Hell, there we go.
Never know. So hey,
it's not maybe. It's going to.
It's when. So thank you for rocking with us.
Of course, man. Y'all stay blessed. Be blessed. Stay healthy.